me sale ka fokale ka zuo. Ya yon ka gwegu. Ya yon ka gwegu. Ya unico ya. Sayo. E poka ya ko di makate ya sie. Unico le ka ba sale di makate no. Wisa sale la e. Ya nu yin ka zuo po. Se wo gba dino ne ya ka zuo po duo me sale ka fokale ka zuo. Ya yon ka gwegu. Ya yon ka gwegu. Ka zuo ba o. Unico ye. E poka ya ko di makate ya sie a poka so selo. Pia. So, Georgia no alu everywhere about who wa masa. Unico me sale ka kwisenela ka boni makante ka kwisenela se wo bano ne yika sopo. No so se we no ne yika sopo. Kwa ni ma to ma so ka bo na den so da we mare. Kasomo Unico kasomo. Paloko yi, paloka ne to ebo. Bizo ya le po akwa fido. So ya le po akwa fido. Ba u ye ne ni ma be no atoka bo nkwe ne ka do ngbango. Me do ya bo ko ni ma me ka do ngbango. Ya blika o ni mabe adon ngbango. Unico me ka so botano. Ni mabe ka sale ka bo ni ma te ka bo lo we ni ma se twa ni ma. I obo ni ma. Ka bo gbe yen loru. E ka kwise ni la se wo gba no ni yi ka so bo. Ka so. Ka sale ka so. Ka so. Unico me ka so.
Mama o be kazuova o.
Unico Minnesota. Kazuova. Say ya yon ka pie. Na ka boni uchase. Unico Kazuova. Say ya yon ka pie. Philadelphia. Kazuova. Say ya yon ka pie. Atlanta, Georgia. Unico Kazuova. Say ya yon ka pie. Ohio. Kulunfa Ohio. Na ka bo New York. Arizona. Neka go Kentucky, in Massachusetts, Morocco, Unico Kasowa, say the season. Say what Brandon, you Kasopo. No sama kem no ne yi Kasopo. Pedro Resulu no ne yi Kasopo. Venecia no ne yi Kasopo. Awe daka mama dayo ka biegu atobiago daka soa dayo ka biegu overwhelm daka mama dayo ka biegu wanti wo gonsa hey say wo gbede wo na sapale usu omo wa yiwe samia gonsa daka soa dayo ka biegu kere momo maboro daka mama Sisi woya, daka soa, dayo ka biegu. Aide woya, daka mama, dayo ka biegu. Maka woya, daka soa, dayo ka biegu. Afre woya, daka mama, dayo ka biegu. Nosi koko, daka soa, dayo ka biegu. Aninji woya, daka mama, dayo ka biegu. Hai maboro wanga, daka soa. Masalo mamboro, daka mama, dayo ka biegu. Mari daka batu, daka soa, dayo ka biegu. Ma emneseri, daka mama, kasomo, Charles Wenga, daka soa. Umaka remember na bile, George Gonsago, daka mama. Yagi apota.
Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on location where you are following us from this time. We'd like to say welcome to BKS TV and welcome to the ETAL program here on BKS TV. On the ETAL, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullets. My name is Junior Payne, your regular host of the ETAL program here on BKS TV. Today is the 11th day of April, AD 2026. And in tonight's edition of the show, we're hosting Mr. Samuel Wogbeji. Samuel Wogbeji is the president of the United NIMA Citizen Council in the United States of America, UNICO for short. He joined us here tonight on the show to discuss a couple of issues, ranging from NIMA to national issues to the upcoming national election of UNICO and all of that. He recently visited NIMA County. During the tour, he visited Ganta, he visited Tapeta and other places. And he was able to dedicate a project in Ganta, as I'm told. And he also broke ground for a project in Tapeta, as I'm told too as well. So Mr. Samuel Wogbeji will join us here tonight on the show as we discuss UNICO, we discuss NIMA, we discuss Liberia. Stay tuned and keep listening to us. We ask you to please share the show with other people, invite folks to listen alongside you here this evening. Sidiki Toure is watching us. Sidiki, welcome to the show. Aloysius Alexander Tente Jr. is watching us too. Aloysius, welcome to the show here this evening. We have 5 minutes past 8 o'clock in Liberia, making it 5 minutes past 10 o'clock in Rwanda, East Africa, where I sit this evening. Of course, it's going to be a wonderful and a fascinating show here tonight. At exactly 8:10 in Liberia, we'll be bringing Mr. Samuel Wogbeji on the show. At exactly 8:10, we'll be bringing our guests on the show here tonight. But until then, tell us in the comment section where you're watching us from, and let's be able to recognize you too, as well as we continue with the show here tonight. Let's try to bring you a few updates across Liberia. The Liberia Marketing Association is having her election today in Sanikole, Nima County, the capital. And Vice President Jeremiah Kwan tours the B Mountain Mining Company site today. We will bring you details about this story as the show unfolds here this evening too as well. We have roughly 7 minutes to go. Let's go for this break. This is a song dedicated to the president, Mr. Samuel Wogbeji. We go for this break, and when we come back, we bring on our guest, and the CEO too is also in the back. Stay with us and keep listening. The president is acting freestyle. Again, welcome back to the show here this evening. It's 8 minutes past itself in Liberia, and 8 minutes past 10 o'clock in Rwanda, Kigali, East Africa. Welcome to the show this evening. See you.
Is that the president? I want you to stop the music because I saw in the back there shaking and dancing.
I was enjoying the music, man.
I knew it.
Yeah, nice music.
Great. Mr. President, welcome. How are you doing this evening, Chief?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing great. Just got from Liberia a couple of days ago. Just recovering from the long distance travel, the jet lags and everything. Been trying to, reset the clock, because Liberians go to bed, like I would say, maybe 5 to 6 hours ahead of us. So I've been struggling to stay awake. That's the other thing. Last night I tried to stay up late so that I can reset the clock, but unfortunately I was so tired and went to bed. So
welcome.
It's great to be on here with you guys tonight and to be talking more about Unico and Nima County as a whole. So for those that don't know me,
How was your
my name
stay in
is
Liberia?
What was it? Come here again, please.
I think he was asking for your stay in Liberia.
How was my stay? Oh, my stay
yeah.
was great. My stay was great. I was in Liberia for 3 weeks, from I think the 17th of the month of March to the 7th day of April. So yeah, it was great. I had an
I'm experiencing a
opportunity
serious
to,
breaking. I don't know whether it's from my end.
I think it's from your end. I think it's from your end. We might be facing the same issues again.
Yeah, let me rejoin again.
Yeah, so
all right. Yeah, go ahead, Chief. Sorry, we our host is having some technical difficulties there, but
okay. So like I said, it was great being back home. I had a chance to tour certain parts of Nimba. We started out in Gunter, went to Tapeta, went to Zuatuo, went to Bokbaler, went to Sanakole, back to Gunter, and then back to Monrovia. So in Monrovia, we had an opportunity to have quite a few meetings with our leaders.
yeah.
And was also opportune to have visited the vice president and have quite a few meetings with him as well. So it was a great time in Liberia, and I think it was worth the trip.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to get my host on there, but we're getting
let's keep troubleshooting his technology.
Yeah, we're having some heavy feedback from there. But again, before we get our host here, I want to say thanks for coming. It's an honor to host Unico president. Man, you're not small, man. You're running.
It's a pleasure being on. I know there have been quite a few requests from quite a few TV crews, and because of the business, it's sometimes hard to come on, but it's great being on here tonight.
Yeah, when I called you, I think you were on your way to the airport, making your way back to the U.S., and you consented. I was a little shocked that you consented right away. You told me when you get here, we should do something on Saturday, and here we are today hosting you.
Yeah,
we have a lot to unpack, right? We have a lot with the upcoming convention. We got your trip to Liberia. We may have an open call section here for folks who want to call in. We'll have a lot.
I think the open call section will help. That way people bring questions that we can answer.
Yeah.
Always there are unanswered questions out there, and it's always a pleasure having the opportunity to answer questions.
And I think too the timing is perfect, right? A lot of people hear, Unico, and they really don't know what Unico stands for. But before we go there, while we're with our guests, we won't waste time here. We got a lot to unpack. Let's start. For folks who are watching you from around Liberia, if you notice, we got a lot of followers from Nimba County, from Liberia, around Monrovia, Nimayas, around the place. They follow us a lot. So your audience tonight, I would say probably about 60% will be from Nimba, Liberia,
which is great. Is great. We're working for Nimba County, so we like our people to come on and hear about Nimba.
Yeah. So we look forward to that. So before we go, there will be a lot of folks who will start. I think Junior, usually what he does is we start by asking about you. Your people want to know you. They have heard this name, and some people, this is probably their first time seeing you live to even speak and stuff like that.
Yeah. So like I'm Samuel Wubeji. I hail from the Bao clan, specifically in Bao Trupu. Anthropolis, somewhere around St. Pierre. That's where my dad is from. My mom is from Zeppler. So I'm from the district number 7 area. Grew up in Grand Bassa. Went to school in Locke and Buchanan. Did complete my high school in San Nicole. So actually, I came to Nimba and completed high school in San Nicole, and then came to the U.S. In '99. That's where I've been in Minnesota.
So you
yeah, and I was asked in 2017, the end of 2017, to take on the intern leadership for the Minnesota chapter. So I started that endeavor with the team here. That was 2018, the beginning of 2018. So we led the community to elections, and because we were doing a lot of great work in bringing our people together, they decided to take us to a white ballot, making us the first leaders of the revamp of the Minnesota chapter. Okay. So 2019 was our inauguration, and between 2019 and 2022, we did a lot of work in Minnesota, bringing our people together. It was a daunting task, but we, successfully brought our people together. And the level of work that we did in Minnesota enthused our people to ask us to take on the national leadership. So the petition meant to run in 2022. Even though I was planning to just bring the Minnesota chapter back, rejuvenated, revitalize the chapter, and then just step aside and have other people take the lead. But people told me, Mr. President, you are the one we're looking up to transform the national body. So we had to take on the task, went to the election in Ohio, and we won. And we've been doing, what we could do to bring the people together. So NEMA people have seen the great work we do, and there's defining reasons to be part of UNICO. So a lot more young folks coming on board. We're ensuring that we have women representation as well. So we've been working hard to promote female leaders. So everyone is coming on board. In the past, UNICO was mostly, older folks. So we want to ensure that everyone is part of it. So women, young men, young women, older women, everyone. So everyone is coming on board, and UNICO is getting bigger and stronger. So yeah, that's how I got into UNICO leadership.
And that's how you've been doing your thing. Junior, you want to try and see if you can mute yourself? If not, then there you go.
Great. So welcome, Mr. Sam. Welcome to the show this evening. Let's start from Liberia. Then we can go to UNICO in the U.S. and the things you've been doing. I know you said you took over in 2022, but your recent trip to Liberia, do you care to give us an overview of that trip, and what were the major accomplishments so far, and what were some of those challenges that you faced when you were in Liberia, and how do you intend, or how do UNICO intend to work on these challenges?
Yeah, so thank you very much. So we took on the national leadership in 2022, October 2022. And I would say March of 2023, I made a trip to Liberia with my team. Some of my team members, we assessed the entire county, out of the 9 districts. And we also assessed the Women Empowerment Project that we inherited. So the previous administration before us, headed by big brother Don Dennis, President Don Dennis, had done the foundation for the Women Empowerment Project. Oh, let me try to plug my computer in here real quick. I'm getting a...
Yes.
Sorry. Let me get my charger.
Yeah, we don't want the president internet going off. I like the background of the president's office. You got the Liberia flag. So they have the, I think that NEMA flag there. Is that a NEMA flag?
Yeah, the NEMA flag is on the other side. The Liberia flag is on the other side. I'm curious to know whether he's supporting any candidate in this election.
I think we want to stay away from because he should be unbiased or well, anyway, you can ask him that. But want to know? I know a lot of people following you. They want to know what UNICO stands for. The last time Mr. Don did the same thing. Yeah, so I think he's back now. Let's try to get him on.
I'm sorry. I was on my laptop and my call was all the way far away from me, and I was
Okay.
getting
No, you're good.
saying,
Fine.
so when we went to Liberia in 2023, we assessed the Women Empowerment Project, which was at a foundation level. So we took it up from there, and we've been working hard to ensure we complete the Women Empowerment Center that is in Ganter. So our trip this time was to assess the Women Empowerment Center to see the level of work on the ground, and I was pretty impressed with the level of work. The project is at 80% completion, and we're hoping to dedicate it to the public in March of 2027. So we actually were supposed to dedicate it to the public this year, March, on the trip that we had, but because of the ICE situation at the time, we decided to postpone it and then just take our own time, get it all done, get it all squared out, make sure all the landscaping is done, make sure before we can dedicate it to the public. So we went for the assessment, did the assessment, and then we also had other programs that we were invited to attend. As the national administration, we try to work with other NIMBA organizations and initiatives. So we were invited to Tapeta by Betty and Jesse and Betty Silly Foundation. And so we went and graced the occasion. And then we also went to Zuatur. There was another event there that we attended. And then we were invited to Pabli, not Pabli, but Bo Pabli. So there's a clinic project that we had to do groundbreaking for, and that project is headed by, or will be undertaken by our local chapter president in Pennsylvania. So she's undertaking that project as a way of giving back to her people. So we went there to be with her and dedicate that. So she had invited us to do that with her. And then
during the trip to, go ahead, Chief.
And then we visited Senegal. We visited our project director's home, where we were received. Another organization was there. We spoke to them and offered to support them after they told us more about their projects. And then we headed back to Monrovia, had meetings with some of our leaders. We had an opportunity to visit the superintendent and have a meeting with her. Also had a meeting with the vice president. We intended to meet with the lawmakers, but that wasn't successful. They told us they were very busy, so we didn't have the chance to meet with them, but we're still having talks with them.
Great.
As to how we can collaborate as leaders.
Still on the women's project in Ganta. Were there any challenges that you encounter while building the project, or when you went back to Liberia just recently? Were there any challenges that were placed before you that you guys need to work
on? Not necessarily. The project director, Mr. George Fumo, and the county rep on the ground have been doing exceptional job with the contractors. If there's any issues that needs to be fixed, they rectify it right away, get it fixed, and then we'll move on. So absolutely, there wasn't anything to worry about. The job was done, the way we wanted it to be done, and these guys are doing professional work. So I was happy with the work. looking at the assessment. It was pretty good. And I think you guys maybe had the opportunity to see the video that we shared from there.
Thank you. I will stop here for now. Let's go to the CEO. He got more questions, so we will go over to ask his first 2 questions on this round.
Yeah, the president is dedicating the whole time here to us today, so no rush. I've been getting some requests about call and things like that, so it's going to be a really good show. I'm excited about this. First of all, I want to say thanks to Unico. I spoke with Bernice and about BKS partnering with Unico this year, to cover the program. Nima people lay outside, right? So you guys,
that's absolutely
Yeah.
fine.
So we want to say thanks. I want to say thanks to you and your team for allowing us. So we'll have the board members coming on here. We'll have the election commission team. The entire team will come on here. We'll have a lot of people coming. So this is going to be a lot of Unico activities from now to the end of towards the election time or the convention.
And you guys can also maybe organize a debate for them.
We do plan on doing that. We do. I'm working with Bernice behind the scene. We do plan on hosting a debate here for our presidential candidate. So it's good, right? You said something about we got new Unico now, mostly younger people now. The old Unico is a little different than what we have now. All these things we never had it before. Now here are you, the president of Unico on a platform where you have social media is everywhere. You'll be surprised. Even Boo Tour or Ball Play, we got people that follow us from Logua Tour all over there that watch these shows, right? So you are speaking directly to the people over there. You are bringing Unico from Minnesota, from the U.S. straight to people in Nimba County. So that is actually a big deal. I just have a follow-up question to the question that Junior asked, the host asked about the project. I think you answered that, but I need a little clarification on that. So the Women Empowerment Project you guys just visited, was this program just for assessment or that was a formal dedication program?
It was totally for assessment. It was for assessment. Like I said, initially we had planned to be in Liberia in March for the dedication. But the plan got changed, when ICE had a crackdown in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So we were afraid. There were people concerned that maybe they will travel to Liberia and their way back they will face, problem at the airport. So we decided, okay, let us postpone it to time indefinite until things get better. So we postponed it before things started getting better. So we couldn't go back to the people and say, hey, let's, try to dedicate it. But we told the contractors, no need to, speed up with things. Take your own time. Do what you have to do. We're going to postpone it, and we did postpone it to next year, March. So because some of us already had our, trip plan, I had my vacation plan, we just decided the project director and myself decided we can go there, do the assessment, and then wait for next year to do the dedication. So some of our leaders, who already bought their ticket as well, had other things to do in Liberia, decided, okay, we're gonna come along. So we had a good number of people, during the assessment, but this trip was solely for assessment of the project to see where we are, where we need to make modifications, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
based on our assessment, things were good. Things are
good. We covered the program. I don't know if you saw BKS team covering.
Yeah, I didn't know until I got back.
Yeah,
and when you guys were talking about me, I was like, let me try to check the BKS out, and I saw that we were covered, but I actually didn't know that you guys covered.
Yeah, you see that we've been doing our thing behind the scene.
Which is good. You guys
are
doing great.
I'm in the Unico group chat there. There was some conversation about few members that were questioning the purpose of this trip, as to why you guys did this trip and why you guys had this thing. It was not planned. There was a plan to do it exactly what you just explained, but then later you decided to say that. How would you explain that to people who have questions that to kind of clear their
You know,
mind.
UNICO is full of politics.
Yeah.
And as we're working, people are talking. So
Right.
we keep working while people are talking. So the trip we made to Liberia was not funded by UNICO.
Okay.
It was funded out of our own pocket because our trip were already planned. So we decided to use our personal vacation to work for UNICO, to do things for UNICO. I don't know why people want to politicize it, but it was not funded by UNICO. But as UNICO leaders, wherever we go, we represent UNICO, right? So that's what we did. So it was not something that we sent a budget into the board to get it approved. So all of the spending we did in NIMBA, including money we were giving to people, ride we were giving to people, assistance we were giving to people, everything came out of our pocket. But people don't understand that. By the time our leaders, made that trip to NIMBA and back to Monrovia, a lot of us have spent over, $1,500 of our own money. But people just keep politicizing while we're working.
So that's Nimba County and UNICO for
That's
you.
NIMBA for you.
You cannot divorce those two, especially when you are in leadership. It comes with the territory. But thanks for clarifying that. That's the question I had, because I was in there and I saw people going back and forth. Some folks even implicated our name. They said, "Oh, BKS covered it. BKS said this." You're all there doing different things. But I'm glad that you clarified that. Now I know Junior is going to keep the convention, the upcoming convention, for our main topic, our main area of discussion, along with NIMBA. So we want to stick with this topic for now and ask about UNICO in general. We have a lot of folks who really don't know anything about UNICO. They've probably heard the name. If you don't mind, my last question on this topic, 1 or 2 minutes of your time, give us a brief history of UNICO, the structure of UNICO, what UNICO stands for, the vision and the mission of UNICO. Just maybe within 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, so I will cut it short and maybe refer you guys to our website, www.uniconational.org or .com. Either of those will work. So UNICO is United NIMBA Citizens Council. UNICO was established during this way back in 1979 by students of NIMBA in the U.S., and I was told UNICO was started as a student association or student organization, and then it transformed into a pressure group holding our leaders in Liberia accountable. So UNICO did a lot of work before the war, during the civil crisis, trying to advocate for our people. And then UNICO later on turned into a 501c3 organization where we are transitioning towards, we want to engage more in development as opposed to politics, even though we cannot divide, ourselves or separate ourselves from politics. But our primary focus is geared towards development and how we can work with our leaders on the ground to ensure that we are, doing things that will help our people. So UNICO in the U.S. we have 15 chapters across the U.S. So our 15 chapters have their own president. So if you got the Philadelphia chapter, you got the New Jersey chapter, you got the Delaware chapter. We have a lot of chapters on the East Coast, have a lot of chapters in the Midwest. We have a chapter in Arizona, chapter in California. So there are 15 of them. And all of those 15 states that have their own chapter have their own leadership. So we have the president for each of those chapters and their own set of leaders. So all of those leaders work with the national administration. So at the national level, we have the national president, the national vice president, the secretary, the treasurer, the financial secretary, we have chaplain, we have parliamentarian, and then we have a lot of committees, and those committees have members from all of those various chapters. So when it comes to the board, each of those chapters send 2 members of their board to represent them at the national level. So with 15 chapters, we should have 30 board members two each from our chapters. And then we have the 2 leaders of the board that are elected at the national level. So with that, we should have 32 board members. So if all of the chapters send their representation to the board, we'll have 32 board members in total. And then the president is supposed to be official to the board. But that we've been advocating for years, because the board does not want to have the president there unless they want to grill the president. So they're going to call the president to their meeting when they have issues with the president. But yeah, we're still advocating for that. And hopefully in the near future, the president will be a part of the board, and that will comprise of 3 board members. So just a little overview, and then we have the queen. So each chapter should have a queen, and we have queen contests every 2 years, and that's where we elect the national queen. So the national queen works with all of the other chapter queens to undertake projects or whatever they can do to empower our people back home.
Thank you. Thank you. That's great. And if we had Oman Glai in Betu listening, they probably don't have internet to go on the website. So the answer you gave there was very good, succinct enough. And I think anyone watching from anywhere, regardless of where you're watching from, you just gave a brief overview of what UNICO is, the function in general. So thank you so much for the answer.
So our goal is to bring our people together, to undertake projects, to do whatever we can do to empower our community. Our mission is, unity, bringing our people together to unite them, and also trying to help meet the challenges in our community. So it's basically about community empowerment, bringing our people together, working together, and being there for one another. That is just the overview of our goals and objectives.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll turn it over to you, Junior.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sam. Again, if you are just joining us here tonight on the show, you are listening to the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue and our confrontation. We say words and not bullet. Tonight, we have also Mr. Samuel Wobet-G. Mr. Sam Wobet-G is the president of UNICO. He joined us here tonight on the show to discuss UNICO, NIMA, and Liberia. Welcome to the show, Siawate and Grace Ali, my brother. Let's go over to you, Siawate. You can ask your 2 questions. Let's leave the convention behind so that we can have a lengthy political discussion on the convention, and then we will let our guests to go from that point. But let's get to you. You can ask questions about UNICO in general, about his trip to NIMA, about any other thing, but not the convention for now.
Thank you, Junior. Good evening to the Honorable President. Good evening to the CEO, the host, Junior, and Chris City. Firstly, in my capacity as a citizen of NIMBA, I want to appreciate you for the work you are doing for our people. I think your leadership and previous administration, your immediate can I say
the predecessor?
Your predecessor was here the last time. We have a very nice conversation, and it shows that Nimbayans are unique people, regardless of our diverse conversation we have, whether in the county and what have you. The core value we hold is about, the unity of NIMBA. So firstly, we want to say thank you. Now, my question will be about the stewardship of UNICO. Right now we say you are outgoing president in few months or a month from now. So I wanted to know the project at the project in Gantor. Many people, I don't know whether someone have asked that question, but probably let me ask, maybe if they ask that question, maybe it will be another, turning around on it. The project in Gantor, I wanted to know what's the intention of the project and what it intends, what's the benefit to the NIMA people? Because with that year Women Empowerment Project, is it only the building or what's the intention?
So we're building the building to undertake programs within the building. So it's a women empowerment center. So it's going to be a resource center where, or maybe something like a vocational or technical institute where people go to learn trade that will help them, maybe have a business of their own or make them marketable for jobs. Yeah, and so that they'll be able to give back to the community or give back to the society. So we're going to be teaching people trades in there. So that's why the Women Empowerment Center was built. So to help our young girls, our high school dropouts, our single moms, our kids that are struggling to go there to gain some sort of education, some form of trade or education that will help them. That is the main aim for that building.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to help NIMBA people. It's going to help Liberians as a whole, because we will open it to Liberians to come there and get the education they need to be able to maybe do their own business or give back to society.
So that means if the institution, like we call it, is open, it's only open to women?
It's not going to be just open to women, but it's going to be primarily for women. So we're going to be teaching a lot of skills that are women related. They're going to even have training there, like midwifery training in there, nursing training in there, maybe training women how to sew, training women how to do home economics, teaching women and young men tailoring. Maybe there'll be opportunity to have mechanical, mechanics training there and stuff like that. So it's going to be, area where people can learn trade, carpentry and stuff like that. It's not just going to be limited to women, but it's going to be primarily for women. Because
Thank you, Prezo.
Thank women need more.
Yeah, because the reason I ask, when you open a center, then, at the end of the day, people say, no, but that place, is primarily women, organization, and then the empowerment is meant to empower Nimbians. So my last question would be, before going to the host, is that, most time we follow UNICO, and UNICO is a American-based organization, like we say. So do you have any plan? I know this is the first project that is being done in Liberia with that construction of the women empowerment. Do you have any plan beyond what you are doing in terms of revenue, generation and what have you? If the building is constructed, how you intend to run the institution? Is it will it be free? How do we upkeep the institution? That's one. And another thing I will pass on you small is, I want to know the milestone achievement or challenges you have as a president over the years, what you have achieved that could be your signature project during your administration.
So the thing about UNICO is UNICO has a policy that every administration coming into leadership has to complete a project or have to continue the major project that the organization is doing. So when we came to leadership, we had no choice but to complete or maybe to continue on the Women Empowerment Project, which is a signature project for the organization. I know there were a lot of folks, even some of my supporters, who thought that putting our money in that Women Empowerment Center was a bad idea. They talked us into just finding reasons to abandon the project and do something else. But we decided that it was important to do it, even though it was a huge project. We just needed to step up and strategize a way to make it work. Based on UNICO's income level or fundraiser ability at that time, people thought it was too huge. But we work harder. Ask all hands on deck, and we have people coming on board, young folks coming on board with a lot of energy to raise more money and make it happen. And thank God for our project director, George Fomo, who has, talent in raising funds. So he really helped out, on the fundraiser aspect. So we were able to double our efforts in bringing more resources to the organization, which made the project successful. So I would say that was a good milestone for us. Looking at the project sustainability, so this is the reason why we went to Liberia. We wanted to actually meet with the lawmakers, meet with the superintendent, so that we can sit and talk about how we can come together to sustain this project. Building the structure is one thing, and being able to put the programs in the building is another thing. Being able to sustain those programs is another thing. So I had a conversation with the superintendent. She brought some other suggestions. There are projects that the county is doing, right? They're building some areas like the welcome area. I was told that those areas are going to be given to private institution to run them, with the county getting something from there. So that suggestion was made to us, but we can't go that route because we're a non-profit organization.
Right.
So we have to do something such that we're not just getting that we're not doing it for profit, something that will benefit our people. So the challenge here is, how do we sustain it when we're not getting like fees and stuff. So we may be getting minimum fees to help out, but we don't want to have our people paying a lot of money to attend there. So that's where the collaboration with the leaders in NEMA comes into play. So we're talking to the superintendent, we're talking to the lawmakers, so that at least something can be coming from the county, maybe the social development funds, to be able to help with that. UNICO is going to still be raising funds. UNICO is still going to be, having conventions and, earning income that will help. But I don't think UNICO alone will be able to do it. That's the reason why we're bringing our lawmakers in. We're bringing in our county administration, talking to them. So this has to be a collaborative effort. When I first met with the vice president last year, I laid that in front of him. I was like, the government has something called an arrest agenda.
Yeah.
And that arrest agenda, the E component of it talks about education. And that's where they talk about not going towards too much traditional education, but teaching our people technical skills. During the wartime, a lot of our folks didn't have the opportunity to go to school. So you see a lot of people in their 30s, 40s that didn't get a formal level of education. So you can't put these people back in the classroom to ask them to have bachelor degrees or associate degrees. So you just want to take these people and teach them technical skills. That's the reason why the Women Empowerment Center is there. So if the government can work with us to make this successful, that would be a great idea. So we talked to the VP about it, and we're talking to the lawmakers about it, and we had the opportunity to talk to the superintendent. So we'll keep pushing that to see, how we can get that project in the budget. They don't have to do everything, but at least the county has to do something to help UNICO make this successful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The Tapeta ambassador, let's get over to you in the first round of this discussion.
Thank you. Let me say good evening to the most historical president in the history of UNICO. I don't just have a question. I have a question, but before it will be a statement, maybe my question will come after that, I don't know. But let me say this, let me use this medium, Mr. President. to say congratulations.
Thank
You have done extremely well.
Thank you.
I'm proud to say anywhere to Nama Chesa, I'm proud to support you as a national president. Where you told Unico to where Unico is today, history I recall you. People will play politics out there or in the chat room or whatsoever. But today, for Unico to have tangible, for people to see around Liberia, it's on your leadership. I'm a witness. You took that building, the first foundation, you had to break it down and start from where that building is today. You have done extremely well. You will play your part. And thank you for the job well of Unico. Even the membership Unico have today, they are increased. You have brought young people. I'm an example. And today we are making headlines in various chapters around here. Well, through your instrumentality and your encouragement to bring energetic people on board to form part of Unico. So I say thank you. And history will recall you. And there's just a question like this. The West Charity spoke from to maintain our building is important. And I know a year ago when I came to Fargo for the convention, a friend of mine, Mario, and I presented a proposal to the board and you and your leadership for Unico to have agricultural farm in Nimba, to either make a palm farm or cocoa farm, that in the next 5 years, we will not depend on membership, $100 every year, and that palm farm or cocoa farm will give us money to sustain our building. And we presented that to your office and also to the board directors at our time. Do you have any plan to leave that on docket for the next person that will succeed you to implement that, Mr. President? Thank you.
Certainly. You know, the challenge we face with Unico is, money. Money is the issue. So we had a huge project that we're struggling to complete. So we couldn't, take another project concurrently. So that's the reason why. But I think there were two persons, you and another person, who submitted a similar proposal. And I just spoke to the other person today, and I was like, yeah, we want the next administration to take on that because it's very important. So I think when the Women Empowerment Project is all done, it will be easier to do that, because Unico is always raising money. We're using all of the strategies, all of the avenue we have to raise money. There will always be money coming into the organization, but we will see or be able to do a lot more things if we don't have the big project that we're dumping money into. So as soon as that Women Empowerment Project is all said and done, the next administration should be able to do a lot of things at the same time. So yes, we'll put that, we'll document that, and we'll pass that on to the next administration, and we're hoping that they will be able to do so. Even though I won't be the one making the decision, but we will talk them into doing it, because we know it's important for our people, and it's also important for the sustainability of that Women Empowerment Project. Because if we're getting money from the agriculture project, that money can go towards paying teachers and upkeeping of the Women Empowerment Center. So thank you for that.
Is that your last question?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay, great. We are receiving many calls in the next 15 to 20 minutes.
Today, Gompu Wanaway is looking up to me coming to his program.
So, when is his program?
So let's keep going.
It's tonight. Gompu program is tonight.
Tonight.
Okay. Okay, great. We will try to work in your time frame. Now, going to the national convention, you are about to leave power. This is the biggest question, quote unquote. I know a lot of people are reaching out to you, Mr. President. I need your support. I need you to support me. I need this from you. I need this from you. Do you have a candidate that you support in the upcoming election?
Yes, yes. I'm actually support my vice president. I'll be supporting my vice president to take on the leadership because she and myself have worked together, worked very hard, to lead the transformation, and I'm sure and confident that she understands our mission and vision. She already is acquainted with our agenda, and she will, she has what it takes to keep the organization at the standard where it is. So we work pretty hard to get Unico to where it is, and we want to keep it to that level. So I'll be supporting her because I think she's the best candidate in the race. I'm not here today to campaign for her, but because that question came up, so I have to answer it. I think she will be the best person to do that. I
What
know
was
there,
different for
there,
you?
there are other people in the race, but I think she's the best candidate.
You want?
Yeah,
You want?
we
Yeah.
are
Let's
receiving.
start. Let's take the call. Take the call. Let's see.
Okay, so if you are
Yes.
listening, if you are listening to us and you want to make your contribution, you can call us on +2507954 +25079542897. Let me try to put it on the screen here for you too as well. Yelesef asked this question, and it would have been my follow-up question. What is the working relationship between you and your vice president?
Oh, the vice president, we have a cordial working relationship. And matter of fact, people know her as the most powerful vice president in the history of Unico because she is very, very hardworking, and we got along with very well. And she she would do everything I asked her to do. And there are people who come into leadership to see change. There are people who come into leadership to ensure that other people's lives get better, and she's one of those. And she's made a sacrifice. You will see along the way there have been some leaders that may have dropped from our team because those people are now waiting to make the next necessary sacrifice. This is the lady who will use her own time and resources to make sure she's everywhere in all of our chapters, encouraging them, supporting their programs. So she's done very well for the organization, and we work, really well together. And she always say we have the same chemistry. So I didn't know her before, our term. I just got to know her right before, we got into leadership, and we worked together very, very well. So we have a very good relationship.
Thank you. And I would say because of her, your administration was successful. Let me take this person.
Yes.
Good evening.
She played a great role in the success of this administration. And
Mr. President, let me hold you there real quick. We have this person in line. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Are you guys hearing the caller?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta be a little audible though.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you hearing him now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, great. What's your name and where do you join us from?
Well, I'm calling from Minnesota. My name is G. Sylvester Nuna. I hear from Butu in the County.
Oh, Sylvester, welcome. Let's hear you, Chief.
All right. My question goes to President Samuel Ubeji.
Mm-hmm.
Are we there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Mr. President, I have a question. My question it has to do with it has to do with Unico performance across Nimba County.
Mm-hmm.
Since you became president in 2022,
Mm-hmm.
you've been carrying on project in Nimba, and then the question is this: what plan do you have for other parts of Nimba knowing that Nima had 9 electoral districts, and project is concentrated in one area, and the citizens of Buyao are so concerned. They've been talking to me, and I contacted you before. What's your plan as you will be leaving presidency soon, Mr. President?
Thank you, Chief.
What's your plan for Butuo?
Thank you. What is your plan for Butuo? You know, you're already leaving now, so what could be some kind of plan that you will leave there?
I'm leaving. I'm already leaving, and like I said, UNICO has a policy where if they have a big project, you have to undertake that project before you can do anything else. And the fact that you know, the UNICO Women Empowerment Project was thousands of dollars project, hundreds and thousands of dollars project, limited us to the things that we could do. So the biggest thing I think we did besides that Women Empowerment Project is, number one, we encourage our local chapters to undertake projects of their own too. In Minnesota, you know, the other did a school project in Tomapa. Besides that, we had the the First Lady Project, where we were donating medical supplies, school supplies all over the county. But coming to a Butuo, I know the Butuo area is one of the areas that are not, you know, actually felt the impact of UNICO. So we're going to be talking to the next administration to maybe identify project in that area to do. Well, when we made our tour in, you know, around Nimba, we encouraged all of the areas that we visited, asked the people to come up with their project, that present a project to UNICO, so that UNICO can look into it, you know, maybe find donors or find chapters to undertake those projects. So what I would tell you is that if you can reach out to your people in Butuo area, we will have the country rep make the effort to connect with them as well. If they can identify projects that they want for UNICO to help out with, we can start looking into that. If we get the women empowerment completed sooner, and we raise a lot of money from the convention, for sure, we're going to look into doing something in that area before we get out of office. But I don't want to promise that. Whatever we don't get done, we'll pass it on to the next administration to do it. So we're hoping we'll do something.
Thank you. This will be my last question. Thank you. This will be my last question, and we go to the CEO. Again, if you are just joining us on the show tonight, you are listening to the Heat Tower program. On the Heat Tower, we say dialogue and our confrontation. We say words and our bullets. We have Mr. Samuel Wobet-G with us here tonight. He's the president of UNICO, the United Nima Citizen. It's a council in the United States of America. Now, you know, with the way you spoke of your vice president, it seems like you guys had a really good working relationship. And I can safely say that because of her, your administration were very successful. Now, how many people that you supporting on a team to see how best she can have a successful leadership too, like you did?
So she established a team, right?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the candidates that she's working with?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Or the team on the ballot, right? Yeah. So because I'm supporting my vice president, I'm going to be supporting her and her team. So she has a team set up.
So you're voting down ballot.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to be supporting she and her team because all of the folks that she's bringing on board are people that we have, we have confidence in, that are going to, continue the legacy. So yeah, I'm going to be supporting her entire team.
Thank you. I'll pass it over.
I'm not going to be whatever the team she put together is what I'm going to support.
Okay. Thank you very much. See you. Over to you now, Chief.
We got a convention coming up, Mr. President. Tell us about the convention. What should we be expecting? I'm a first-time UNICO person, so this will be my first time attending the UNICO convention. hoping to cover the debate too on behalf of BKS TV and the platform overall. But I'm also going to be there to support my candidate and vote as well. But for those who
so
are
the convention is a big deal. So like I told you, UNICO has 15 chapters.
right,
So UNICO is a very big organization. But all of those chapters are doing their own thing. You know, they're doing their own project, they have their own leadership, and the convention is the national, is the one of the national uses to raise all of their funds, national uses to bring everybody together, with national uses to ensure that we talk about issues that matters. So the convention is going to be a big deal, bringing a lot of Nimbayans together, Nimbayans from the U.S., all over the U.S., whether there's a chapter there or not, everyone is going to be coming. We're inviting leaders from Liberia to join us as well. So it's going to be a big deal. And it's going to be in Des Moines, Iowa, from May 22nd to 25th. So Friday, May 22nd to Monday, May 25th. So Friday is going to be the meet and greet. That's when we're all going to be going to Iowa. And Friday is the meet and greet. Saturday is going to be the convention. So early in the morning on Saturday, around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we're going to conduct our business meeting until maybe lunchtime. 1 or 2, we're going to take a break, go home, come back maybe around 5. That's when the convention ball and the queen contest is going to start. And that's going to go into maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And the next day is going to be elections. So the executive election is going to be on Sunday. And then on Monday, it's going to be departure. So we're getting people coming from Europe, Australia, Liberia, and all over the U.S. coming. So Nimbayans will be coming, but we also have, visitors, people that are non-Nimbayans will be coming. So we're expecting a lot more people coming together to make it a successful convention.
So
it's going to be huge. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah, we expect that because the board, I think the board election, whatever you guys
the one that was in Minnesota.
Yeah, if it was that tense, I can't imagine what this one. It's a good thing though for Nimba County at large. It's a good thing for the institution. It shows that something's happening there that is making people want to come there. So I have 2 questions. I'll start with the first one. So when it comes to fundraiser, right? Do you guys use the convention as a primary source or event that helps with the fundraising?
Yeah.
Other than the due payments?
Yeah. So the convention, the national, besides our fundraiser project that we do with the Vikings and the Twins, the convention is the primary source of income. So we have dues. So the only money that the national get is the $100 dues from everyone that goes to the convention. In fact, everyone is supposed to pay that national dues of $100 per person, but a lot of people don't pay it when they're not coming to the convention. So that's where we struggle. So the only way we generate money is from that convention, or if we have an inaugural event, or we have some kind of fundraiser event. That's the only way national gets money. So the convention is our primary source of income. So we do everything we can do to raise money from that convention.
Yeah. So we live in America, and then you are a great leader. There are so many ways to do fundraising when it comes to a non-for-profit organization, 501c3 organizations. Have you guys? I mean, the institution is a very old institution. Have you guys venturing to grant writings and other fundraising?
Yeah. We venture into grant writing, but the challenge with grant writing is that if you get a grant, you have to do the work for the grant.
Right.
So you need people to do the work. So how many people are willing to give their time for free and donate the money to the organization? So that's and besides, you cannot go directly into grant writing So you have to set up a structure where when they come to evaluate your organization, they will be convinced, that, indeed you will be able to, you will be able to do the work of the grant. So we put that structure in place. And then we started working on grant writing. But the challenge is that not many of our people are willing to make the time for the grant writing, and not many of our people will be willing to do the work for the grant and have that money donated to the organization. And a lot of the grant, if it's not international grant, if it is a local grant or maybe a state grant, federal grant with the money being used in the U.S., you have to do that work in the U.S., right? And you have to do all of the reporting for that. So the challenge is getting committed people to actually focus on the grant writing and also getting the people to do the work and donate that money to the organization. So that's a possibility. But what we've been doing have worked. Our fundraisers have worked, but we're still looking into grant writing. We're just looking for people, committed people to come and do the work. But it's hard to get. Sometimes you will put a team together to work, to reach some extent, they won't be calling to meeting. So the challenge is getting committed people to do the work and have the money donated to the organization.
I totally agree, because that's actually an avenue that could be explored, and just not waiting for the fees or the dues. Yeah. So, as when we started our conversation, we talked about the changes that UNICO has made over the years, going from the other generation now to the younger generation. You see a lot of young people. You see people like yourself. You see my own friend George and other younger folks in leadership. And what happened in Minnesota the last time with the board election thing was very great. I mean, it even made a lot of people to really get to know, get interested in UNICO. Like I said earlier, this is going to be my first time participating in UNICO convention or voting, because I've seen the work that you guys are doing, and also the things that are going. A lot of great things happening in UNICO, and UNICO is not the UNICO of the past. Okay, so having said that, everything has politics. The politics is there. The hauling and pulling, it can be brutal as well. But this is a non-for-profit organization that we also have. Now, if you have someone like myself who's sitting somewhere, maybe in Kentucky or some kind of state that doesn't really have a lot of Nehemiah, presence there, and wants to be part of this, as a president, outgoing president, what would be your message to these type of people who you want to encourage to come on board? Come on board. This is what UNICO is about. Aside from the politicking and all the stuff that you see, but this is what we do. How to recruit more people to come on board, because I can tell you a lot of folks want to come. We have a lot of Nehemiahs in this country who want to be part of it. But when you talk to them, man, I need my kind of people. They put that too much politics thing. They did and that. I don't want to be part of it.
I think some people have bad taste about UNICO.
Right.
Way back during those days, they have personal issue with UNICO that makes it harder to bring them back. But what I tell people is just come and see what we do. I was in on the East Coast the last time in Maryland, when the lady told me, said, UNICO is so addicting. Since I started affiliating with UNICO, it's just hard for me to miss UNICO event. So I want to encourage people to come and just see what we do, because we're all about unity. We're all about bringing our people together, and we're all about finding ways to help ourselves and to help our people that are in need. So, coming to UNICO event, you will have fun. So even though we have those chapters in certain states, even if you're in a state that does not have a chapter, you can still affiliate with UNICO at the national level. You don't have to have a chapter.
Okay.
That's why we have the national group, where wherever you are, you're in that group, and you'll be able to follow everything we do. So people that don't know about UNICO may not be attracted to what we do, But once you get to learn a little bit about us, you will love the organization. You will love to be a part of this noble organization.
Thank you. I agree with you 100%. I'm with you on that. UNICO is a great organization, something our fathers, that came here earlier, established, and we have to continue to move it forward. So here's my last question on this. So I know you already have a side, and you are voting for your VP and her team. What would be your message to the other folks? Other folks who are vying for the same office, and you are the leader and you are leaving. What would be your message to them?
There are so many newer folks that are vying for presidency, not presidency, but for so many positions, and the organization constitution, even though they have norms or tradition that you have to be in the organization for maybe 3 years. I mean, you have to you should have to at least attend 2 conventions before you can vie for an office. But now we have a lot of new folks that I don't even know. Yeah, they're on the ballot. I don't even know them. So my advice to some of these people will be, try to learn a little bit about the organization before you can even try to be a leader. It is a lot of sacrifice, and you need to ensure that you are in the position to do it. That's one thing. A lot of our people just think leadership is about the name. No, we want to make a difference. So if you don't have the time, the energy, the resources, the technical know-how, don't just put yourself in there, because it's a lot of work. Being leader in our community is a tedious task. People need your attention every day, even though this is an unpaid job. We even use money, our own resources. I was telling somebody the other day, I had to take a pay cut to work for UNICO, but people don't know that. I had to take up to $50,000 a year pay cut, because my weekends that I maybe need to be working for extra hours, I have to be at events. I have to be doing something for the organization. So you have to take all that into consideration. You not just want to take position because of taking position. You want to take position to make a difference. So leadership is not about the title. It's about what you can do to make a difference in other people's life. So if you're not in the position to do it, don't put your hand in it.
Thank you. I think that's. I will stop there for now and let the other folks continue.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. Saute, over to you now. You can ask your question, and then after you will go to the Tapita Ambassador.
Thank you, Junior. The CEO. That the CEO era here, when it comes to humanitarian or non-for-profit organization, is well grounded. So when it comes to this conversation, is more abreast with it. Mr. President, we will keep telling you thank you, because from where we sit now, we see a different UNICO, and at least we have connection with our people back home. Even when we are back home, we know that we got folks abroad in the diaspora that we can communicate with. The reason I asked the first question, it was intentional, because I know going to these positions are all sacrificial job that you do over the years. So there need to be more corridor open. I think we'll have some discussion at the back. It will not be on the platform. It's important, because all of us have, we got it hard for our county. I think by far, NIMBA organization is the most performing organization now in the U.S. Even I'm jealous to say this, or people may be jealous to hear this. I would say that maybe even more than ULAC, because with the uniformity and organization, we see that we are going far beyond now. Going to your support as a sitting president, that go to the UNICO politics now. So you as president, the most powerful person now in the administration, don't you think your support to the candidate while it's true is your constitutional right, don't you think leaving power at this point, you as a leader, because your predecessor came here and asking similar question, he said you people as a leader need to be neutral in the process, because whenever there's conflict during the process, you people will be able to come to discuss, raise some issue and finalize what could unfold during the convention. Don't you think your support to a candidate could also, raise some tension, maybe instill fear in other people about things not being transparent? What can you say to the Nima people about this election?
When it comes to conflict, that's why we have the board of directors. So that's the area for the board of directors. It is my constitutional right to support whosoever I want to support. We work hard to get UNICO where it is. So we want to ensure that people that are coming after us will be able to keep UNICO at this standard or make it better. Get UNICO to reach its highest potential. So I'm afraid that if we have people that don't know that don't have the technical know-how, UNICO will not continue to thrive. So it is important, and as a leader, as an AGO leader, I want to ensure that UNICO continues to thrive. That is my worry. So we want to ensure that we already have a team, that is already doing an awesome job. So why leave certain for uncertain? So that's my concern. We have great guys. There are people that are coming that we don't even know. We haven't seen them do anything meaningful. We don't know their track record, but they want to lead our organization. They want to lead this noble organization.
So let's assume that your VP wasn't contesting.
If she wasn't contesting, and if I know somebody that is vibrant, can lead our community, I will surely support them.
So, but as it stands, though, I know you know some of the candidates. You have, as a president, you have to know.
If my VP was not running, and the other two, I would be neutral.
Oh. Theo, so that's where
if my VP was not running, I would be neutral.
Okay, I will stop there.
VP right now because I know that she has the leadership ability to continue to forge our agenda forward, and I know she's gonna keep the legacy going. So that's the reason why I'm supporting her. So
I'm sorry. I'm joining the UNICO politics. So if we hold that thought, that it will go that school of thought, but then it will defeat your previous reason though for supporting your current VP, because you have worked so hard to get UNICO to where it is today. You have put so much effort, everything. So being neutral, for whatever reason you have for being neutral, wouldn't that put it in someone's hand that you don't trust?
So if I don't know the ability of the candidates, I can't vote for them, or I can't support them. I will be neutral. Even though I want strong leader to get there, but if I don't know that these two leaders can make it, why would I support one over the other? We'll just sit and see what happens.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I had to.
No.
Yeah. That's the essence of the conversation.
That's a great question.
Yes. The question I asked is meant for everyone to do.
That's the mistake we make in Liberia. People will be voting for people only because the president gave them something, or because they're related to the president. You want to vote for someone that for sure will do the work. And when we vote for people, we put people in offices, we need to hold them accountable. But we don't do that.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President. The question I asked This will be my last because I think the host pushing us now. We have to leave you and all of that. So
Yeah, so I,
the,
so I, so I
yeah,
can go for my other programs.
And the
yeah,
program
but
is
the show is being widely monitored and it's being relayed on several community radio stations in the county. So I
Like
mean,
that.
this conversation we are having, we got so many people listening on the radio. The only sad thing is the number we have right now is on WhatsApp. That's why you don't have
a lot of
a lot
calls.
of calls coming in. We don't have, yeah. So the reason I asked the question, right now you are the twins father for everyone. Once you are in leadership as a president, why it is true, that's politics. But at the end of the day, election, there's when even brothers and brothers go against each other, that's democracy.
Mhm.
So if you go to the process now and you being the sitting president and having a candidate in the election, the reason I ask if there be because that's election. So probably now you will be a party to the complainant or maybe they aggrieve or whosoever being part of the process. So I mean, I wanted to
So,
understand what role you as a
so
president now that
if
are taking your side.
when it comes to the election, whether I support a candidate or not, I'll be neutral. We let the election committee, run their show. If the election committee needs help, we have the board of directors.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, so
Top
if
of
there's
time.
any issue, I won't be part of it unless I'm asked.
Thank you. The top ambassador is not here, so maybe we might go for one more question each before we
So
take leave.
what time is supposed to be to that Grumpo program?
I'm gonna be there later on, but
You got stuff to
I have a baby shower to attend.
do. You see, you don't miss
I
you
think
don't miss the whole
I
presidency when you
I
leave.
think I have 2 other places to show face
Yeah.
before I go to Gompu one tonight.
Gompu's
program will be the last one tonight.
You got roughly 15 minutes of us, so just give at least.
That is absolutely fine.
Okay, great. Now,
But the way Chris can be president, the Prezo said the war best Prezo, the historical Prezo, and all they want that.
I got a pillow from the Minnesota chapter a while ago that says the world's best president, though.
Oh, okay.
Not just the one.
Welcome, Chris. You can ask your 2 questions, Chief.
Thank you, Gino. Whenever opportunity is given, I will always, describe me as the most energetic president, and I have no regret on that. So my question would be the election guideline that spell out our constitution, the Constitution of Unico. Recently, I went through those provisions, and I realized that the election commission, having followed those articles to do due diligence to the NEMA people, in a way that in the constitution you be active D players. That means you'll be paying a D consistent for 3 years. You should be able to attend other activities around here. And the election commission qualify people who have never gone for Unico convention, who have never been active in Unico activities. And they have qualified those people to contest. Mr. President, do you think this, attitude for the election commission is undermines the constitution? Do you think it's a verbal procedure that the commission is going by, qualifying people who have never paid due to Unico National before, who have never attended legal convention? Do you think it's a verbal procedure, Mr. President? Thank you.
I don't think I want to. It's a great question, but I don't have answer to that, Chris, because I want to make sure I stay neutral. If we have any issues with the commissioners, we need to address that with the board of directors. And I think it would be a good thing. I would defer you to the board of directors. So I beg that you carry your concerns to the board of directors to help you resolve that. Because I don't want to do or say anything that will make them think I want to compromise anything. So I will leave it at that. And I will ask you to take your concerns to the board of directors.
Yeah, that's a great way to answer that, Mr. President. I like that.
So they don't
Chris,
say the president is trying to get people out of the ballot. I don't want to do that. And the Constitution, we've been trying hard to amend that Constitution since we took office, but there have been so many stumbling blocks. You know, people have been refusing to let us do it. But we're hoping that at this convention, we will change a lot of things in the Constitution.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I got a question for Chris.
Yes,
you don't have any candidate that you are supporting, at least that we know of publicly. You are now on any team. So we also have the election commission. So how do you know that some people are registering and they have never been to a convention, they have never been paying? Do you got any evidence?
Evidence, yeah.
CO. I'm one of the stakeholders now in UNICO National. I play a very active role in UNICO National. Those candidates that have been qualified for the election commission to contest, some of us, like me, I still be corrected the past 4 years, we haven't seen any convention. I'm speaking of what I'm known about. Well, I will state that the president said we will do what we can do to follow those communications to the board. Mr. President, my last question, then I'll rest on this. I believe that the Constitution spells out that the board of directors are the elders, like the elders for the organization, whenever the dispute, go to them for solution. And recently, we see board members actively involved in the campaigning. If tomorrow, we're not wishing for it, if tomorrow there is an issue for the election result, and they need a board intervention, and the very chapter that send their board members to represent them, they are not actively involved into campaigning. If there any issue tomorrow, you think that the national board or UNICO, the name of people like me, will believe in authority, we have a trust in the board to resolve any election conflict tomorrow, while we see members who are active members of the UNICO National Board have been involved into campaigns around here. Do you think, again, will not see trouble coming tomorrow, Mr. President? Thank you.
I think I see only one board member actively campaigning, and according to him, he took a leave of absence from the board, and he's arguing that there is nothing in the Constitution that says he cannot campaign. The only thing the Constitution says is he cannot be campaign manager, or he cannot be campaign consultant. It doesn't say he cannot campaign at all. But the question I asked him today is that if the Constitution didn't say anything that affects you being a campaign person, why did you resign? Or let's say, why did you why did you take a leave of absence? Why didn't you just go ahead and campaign? He didn't have answers for that. But again, that's the board's jurisdiction. The executive has nothing to do with that.
I don't know for part of the president. On the president, yeah.
So my concern with Chris, Junior, I'm sorry before you come in. My concern with Chris is he doesn't have any candidate, at least not publicly yet. He's not campaigning for anybody, but he has all these sneaky questions that he asking about why this person did it. You're not part of it, so just sit aside and don't be asking all these
Then he's a
questions.
secretary general of a chapter.
CEO. Anything affects Unico National affect me directly, indirectly.
All right, my man.
That means I haven't lost anything in it to run anything. That doesn't mean I should be silent when constitutional matter are there. They're respected by people. We expect them to respect the constitution on CEO. So we'll do all we can do to check my name on CEO. Thank you.
All right. Next time, come on my Facebook post to criticize me, and you'll be dealt with. All right, Mr. Host, over to you.
Thank you. I think we've asked most of the question. I can see our guest talking about time that he wants to go to some other occasion. So let me ask you this question before we ask you for your part.
John, before you ask the last question, can I add on to your question, please?
Go ahead.
2 seconds. Yeah, I wanted to ask the president. I wanted to know, others are listening to us on this platform, whether outside of America, in Liberia and other places. What's the criteria? I don't know whether someone asked that question of joining Unico, whether being part of the chat room, what are the criteria and all of that.
Unico is for Nimbayans and their associates. So any Nimba person, for that matter, in the US, you can affiliate with Unico. You have the right to be in the chat room, whether you're paying dues or not. We have you in the chat room. You can follow what we're doing. If you feel comfortable with what we are doing, you can become a member by paying your yearly dues. So if the wife or husband of an Nimbayan is an associate member as well, so you're automatically a member of the organization by your relationship. So you can pay your dues. You can be in the chat room. If you don't want to pay your dues, it's fine. You can follow what we're doing. You're comfortable. You can be a part of it. And then we have people called honorary members, that we can confer on people and make them part of the organization. So let's say we have an American man that wants to affiliate with us. Yeah, to support our county, to support our organization, we can have you on board.
So if I'm from Nima and my wife is from Grand Bassa,
yes, your wife.
But she has the right to contest to ONM.
I think the Constitution does not allow your wife to be a board member or be on the national executive team. I think if a member serves me right, you cannot hold an elected office, but you can be a member.
So she will have to naturalize?
Yes.
But by allegiance,
even if she naturalized, she still cannot hold an elected office.
You gotta be born in Bayern.
Oh, okay.
You have to be
Born
in Bayern to be a president or to be a board member of the organization. Which the board aspect of it, I think we need to amend that. We should allow other people, even the not Liberian, we should allow them to be a part of the board, because we're looking for people to bring
that was going to be my
ideas. We're looking for people to bring ideas and resources to the organization. So we should not be limiting board membership to only Nimbayan. But these are things that we've been working to change. But like I said, Unico is for the politics. So while we're working, there are people working against us. Even if we're doing the right thing, they're still working against us because they don't want to see certain things happening on our watch. But it is what it is. We keep pushing to do what we have to do, or what we can do for our people.
Thank you very much for being here tonight, Mr. President Sam Wogbe. Thank you so much for being here. This will be my last question to you, and then you can give us your parting comment while you answer the question. How many dignitaries are we expecting from Liberia this year to attend the convention?
Unfortunately, we don't know the number. If I'm not mistaken, all of the lawmakers should have had their invitation to the event. We invited a lot of government officials, from various sectors of the government. So we're looking to at least, from our, I would say, statistics in the past, we're looking to get maybe around 15 people here.
Thank you very much for being on the show tonight. In 2 minutes, give us your parting comment, Chief.
Before your parting comment, I just want to say thank you so much for coming again. We're excited to partner with UNICO this year, and please help us share the word out there, because we'll be hosting a lot of UNICO's leadership when it comes to the board members, the board leadership, the election committees.
We I think we have one person I want to ask. So I beg you, let's take this person. Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yes, my name is Dr. Anvolula. I'm calling from the state of Indiana.
Dr. Yan, welcome. Let's hear you shortly.
Yeah.
He posted a question in the message there.
I see my question, but anyway, I will just ask my question. I got a question for the Honorable President in studio today. First of all, I want to tell the President, thank you for appearing, and speaking to the people of NIMBA across the world. My question is, what was his former Secretary General performance, and now why he think the NIMBA people should allow him or elevate him to the vice president position at this time? He was a Secretary General under his leadership for about, I would say, 3.5 years. So let him tell the NIMBA people what was his performance, and why should NIMBA people elevate him to the vice president position.
Thank you.
But Honorable Mr. Dr. Vulula, the president has already said that he's not campaigning here, so I don't think it will be.
Yeah. So we don't want to. I think we should keep that question for he himself.
Yeah.
And maybe if we hear him say things that we think we need to come out to rebut, then we can do that. But for now, I think it was his right to say, hey, I don't think I can make it anymore. I have a lot going on in my life. I need to step aside. So maybe he didn't have the time to offer to the organization at the moment. So that maybe that's why he resigned. But let's leave it at that.
Yeah, Dr. Vulula, man, you want to run campaign? Come on the show. Yeah, don't chew your pepper in the president, more. Come on the show.
The president want to be as much as possible. Very careful on this.
Yeah, even though I support my VP, I don't want to talk about other people.
Yeah, and then as I was saying, I was in flight there. I just want to say again, thanks to you. We are looking forward to working with the UNICO leadership this month and next month as we all prepare for the convention. So thank you so much for coming. We look forward to hosting you in the future.
Yeah. Thank you.
We want to hold the presidency before the convention because you give her a
I know there have been quite a few folks, calling my attention to stuff like this. Like I said, we've been very, very busy trying to, do a lot of things for the organization within the short period of time that we have. So we will, continue to make the time to come on. It's an honor being on here tonight to answer your questions and to, have the opportunity to speak to our people. I want to say thank you for having me tonight. Let us continue to do more and more of this to ensure that our voices are heard. And I want to, take this moment to invite all of you, all of our NIMBA people that can make it to the convention to come and see what we do. Come and give us ideas, bring your expertise to the organization. It is an organization for the NIMBA people. It is for you. So don't be shy, don't be a stranger. Come and join us in Iowa. You will like it. like I said, one of our members told me, Mr. President, coming to UNICO convention is just a dating. So I'm pretty sure if you come there, it will be a dating to you as well, and you will continue to glue yourself to the organization. And the last thing I want to talk about is our Women Empowerment Center. So this is about our county. This is about giving back to our community. This is about, empowering our women, our young girls, our struggling moms, our youth, who are going astray. This is about giving them the skills, the job, seeking ability to be able to make ends meet for themselves, to be able to, do meaningful things in our society, to be able to give back to our society. So we all need to put hands on deck to make sure that it's successful. So I want all of us to engage our lawmakers, make them to understand the need to collaborate with UNICO to make this successful. UNICO will continue to raise money, but to make the Women Empowerment Project, to make the Women Empowerment Center, and the activities we're going to do there successful, we will need our leaders to join UNICO to make sure that this works. So let us all continue to engage them and give them the reason to be a part of this endeavor. So again, thank you so much for having me tonight, and we'll look forward to doing more and more of this.
Thank you so much. And next time we'll have the Nimba National Anthem so we can play when you're about to leave. We'll play a Nimba National Anthem.
And you see the former Secretary General is on. He came to answer your question.
No, that man.
Yeah, so people are, how are you, Mr. President? People are checking to greet you.
Yeah,
so it can't be that the president key didn't show face. So I see you. Thank you. Welcome back, Chief.
Thank you.
All right, see you.
Okay. So that's it.
All right. Thank you, Mr. President. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I'll be with you guys next time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here tonight. That was the voice of Honorable Sam Wobedji. Sam Wobedji is the president of UNICO, soon to be former president of UNICO. He was here tonight talking about UNICO National and also some of the projects that they have been undertaking in Liberia, and some of those projects too that he will be recommending to the new leadership to undertake to us. We are calling to him. His administration fought to amend the constitution of UNICO, but they find it very difficult to do so. But he hope and pray that during the national convention in May, there will be some provision of the UNICO convention, the UNICO constitution that will be amended. We will go for this break, and when we come back, we will have to maybe call it a day here for today or go to a topic to discuss. But let's go for this break. We'll be right back. Still with us.
Africa, ni mabe, adon bango. Unico me casu botano. Ni mabe casa de cabo ni ma te cabo lowe ni ma sitra ni ma. I opo ni ma. Cabo guye lolu. De ka kwise ni la se wo pano ne yi casu. Casu. Casale casu. Casu. Unico me casu.
Mama Robert Kazova o.
Unico Minnesota. Kasuova. Say ayon kakwe. Neka go New Jersey. Unico Kasuova. Say ayon kakwe. In Philadelphia. Kasuova. Say ayon kakwe. Atlanta, Georgia. Unico Kasuova. Say ayon kakwe. Ohio. Kulunfa Ohio. Neka go New York. In Arizona. Neka go Kentucky. Kasuova. In Massachusetts. Ayon kakwe. Morocco. Unico Kasuova. Say ayon kakwe. Esieso. Say wo brando ne yi kasuopo. No sama kendo ne yi kasuopo. Pedro Resunu no ne yi kasuopo. Venecia no ne yi kasuopo. Ma debe kwa na kasuopa. So Jenkins awie la ka mama. Ayon kakwe. Atobiagbo na kasuopa.
And that's a song dedicated to Mr. Sam Wogbaji when he won the UNICO election in 2022. He was appreciating the people of Nima County across the world for supporting him to be the president of UNICO. CEO, welcome. You listen to Sam Wogbaji this evening. Let's give you your 2 minutes for your parting comment and your analysis of his appearance here tonight after you go to Siawete to the Tapeta ambassador.
I think his appearance was timely. It was great. I think the timing couldn't be any better than today. He spoke well. He's a leader. He did extremely well what a leader should do. I said it the last time when Mr. Dennis came on our show. I said UNICO has evolved over the years from the way UNICO used to be. For those of us who came here a long time ago, UNICO used to be completely different, and we used to consider it as old people organization or institution. Things were done differently. Like I said last time, even the communication used to be done via a medium called listserv, old school. But they have transformed, they have made it in a way that is attracting a lot of young people now. The leader himself is younger, project director, and all those other major leaders are all, younger than previous generations. So I think that's a big plus. If you look at the candidates that are even contesting for next leadership again, you will see the trend. A lot of young people vying for a leadership role, and I think we need to encourage that. We need that new breed of leadership in UNICO. I like the work they have been doing. I like the way they are vibrant when it comes to the leadership. The board leadership board election they had. It was like I think I mentioned that a couple of times when he was here. It was very, very intense, and it was well attended too. A lot of people attended, and you could tell that it was encouraging. And then that's going to lead to what the convention will look like. Because if the board election was like that, imagine what the convention will look like. I'm in UNICO's group chat. Is really good there. The campaign is going on. It's intensive. It's going to be really, really interesting to see what the convention will look like. So I also, I think he did well. He spoke well. He spoke, well. He stuck to the issue, even though Chris was trying to push him to make statement. But as you've seen, he's a politician. He craftily answered the question that it'll be answered. We want to say thanks to him. Hopefully we can host him either right before the convention be able to get more from him. We will be working with the UNICO team overall this month and all through next month to the convention. We will be hosting top leadership. We're trying to even bring some of the folks, the presidential candidates, on here to have some conversation, hopefully some debate. We'll try to. I'm working in the back to see if we can get them on to host to debate for the debate on here before the actual debate at the convention. BKS was going to be there live to carry all the programs, all the happenings, and all the coverage there. So we're excited. We're excited about that. Yeah, so I think it was great. It was a good show, relaxed show. We are changing the tone, changing the narrative, and we continue to strive to bring information to our people that they well deserve. So I think Mr. Wugbe did extremely well tonight. President Wugbe G did extremely well tonight.
Thank you very much, CEO. Let's go over to you, Mr. Sewates, who will get to a welcome. Let's hear you in 2 minutes, your parting comment and your analysis. Take us home, G.
Thank you, John. Like the CEO said, the appearance of the president of UNICO and other officials, I think we could classify this month to May as the end of this month to May as the UNICO month. Why is true, we have other conversation, but I think it's important to invite these people because they are doing a lot of work in the county and they are also helping with development in the country, because what they are doing, people who are here are also contributing to the growth and development of our country. And then going down to NIMBA, I think it's a laudable venture that we also need to hear from stakeholders within those places. So he represented the institution well. That's why we always say men by nature, we are all politician or political animal. He, as a sitting president, sometimes that's what leaders do. You get a definite position where you stand. So tomorrow, if he is supporting a candidate tomorrow, if the person do well, he takes the glory because the person directly comes from his side. If the person, go the other way, he also takes responsibility because he was the one who endorsed that candidate and presented. Like he said, he praised his vice presidential candidate very well. But who knows? He worked with the person. Is all to the people of NIMBA to make the decision that is best suited for the county. So that's a bigger umbrella. I'm very proud, even in Liberia, when we hear UNICO, UNICO just seemed like the press union of Liberia. The press union of Liberia don't even have a construction in Monrovia as an umbrella organization for the entire journalists in Liberia. But mind you got how you call it, Ninkora.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how people classify that. They are taking years to complete, but once they have mustered that courage to carry on that such a project, we always encourage them to complete that bidding. It's NIMBA being the first county to do that. Ninkora don't even have that. So even EULA, that is the national umbrella, I don't know whether they have similar. I don't know whether they have such, formation and development in the country. So I think the president and his co of officer, even his predecessor and the folks that have been ahead, they are doing a tremendous job that need to be aired, because all of what is happening is required to be because that's why even our people back home, they need to know the essence of UNICO, not because, UNICO came 1 year ago, no, but what are they doing back home? But I think it's important, and he laid out very well. And like the CEO said, we hope to host most of the leaders that are in position currently, performing those roles, to hear from them in various capacity. And from what I see, I think they are doing the best. To lead is hard, it's very difficult. So with that, they are doing their best. So we want to say thank you to his team and thank him for the appearance tonight. We hope to host the election commissioner and all those people in various capacity at UNICO This institution is open to everyone, whether home and in the diaspora. We are open. You know, we have a very huge following, and the community, this program is really on Saros community radio station. So just make your way, contact the CEO and the host, including us that are on the platform. You get your way here. So it's for everyone. So we want to say thank you, and thank you, Gian and the CEO, for being here tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Selwyn. Thank you to the CEO for also being here. And thank you to all of our followers who've been watching us on Facebook and YouTube. I want to say thank you for following. And those of you too who have been listening to us via radio, I want to say thank you for listening tonight. It's been a wonderful conversation. We're going to be back here tomorrow with another brand new edition of the Heat Tower program. I thank Junior Payne. Have a pleasant and good evening from my end.